Ladies and gentlemen, this is a new game for me. This is World of Mixed Martial Arts 4. I saw that World of Mixed Martial Arts 5 was announced and stuff, and thought, hey, why not play this game? I don't see enough of it on YouTube, really. There's not really that much of a YouTube following of it. So I figured, hey, why not try and start it up? So as you can see, I've already booked a couple shows. The first one, Nunes versus I don't know how to pronounce that name. But anyways, I've booked two shows. Nunes and her, the main event of a UFC on Fox show, and UFC 212 McGregor Diaz 3. So we are going to go into showing how to book a show. Now, I do not know how many people know how to play this game, because I don't know how many people play this game due to there not being too much YouTube content on it. But first, you have to start a show, start there and figure out when you want it. So my next pay-per-view should be September, I think. Yeah, September week 2 or 3. I'll just say 2. And marketing level, maybe advanced national. And we will hold it where should we hold it at? Maybe Japan. We'll go to Japan this show. So then you have to pick broadcasters. So normally I just go autofill here and DirecTV and make sure those two are actually there and get rid of Fight Pass. And then that should be it for setting it up. Then you have to add the fights. I have no idea what I want main event in the show. No idea. Maybe Daniel Cormier defending the title against someone here. So let's search, look for top 5. And that's the only top 5 contender that's available. So it'd be a great main event. It'd be low-level international. So let me see if I can find a high-level international fight to put on. I doubt Stipe and Kane would be high-level. No, low-level international. Mid-level international for him and Alistair. Let's see here. How many fights has he fought since losing to Stipe? Just one. So maybe we can put him on the same card, but definitely not to face Stipe. I guess Kane. I guess we can do Cain Velasquez. What about Verdum? Yeah, he just lost to Stipe as well. Okay. So I guess we're gonna go Kane for the low. Okay, so we're having trouble with training camp. So let's see here. Oh, I forgot you can't change the date, so we're gonna have to cancel that show. Not add a fight. Add a show. UFC 213, and let's have it be for last September week 4, and see if that helps with the training camp being too short. We will still go to Japan. Yes, we run drug tests. No, next number thing should be 214. So then, now let's add that fight. So, Stipe, not catchweight, heavyweight. Stipe and Kane. Okay, so they wouldn't have. See, normally in this game, you would want to start, book 2 months in ahead. The reason I didn't was so I could do this video to show how So I guess I'm just going to have to deal with these guys not having full training camps, and me having to, and me having just to pay them some more money to fight, and now I want these two if once before at Strikeforce in 2011, where Alistair won. I'm going to be paying a lot of money for these guys to fight without a full camp. I don't want to do a full heavyweight night. So, let's see here. Let's do Glover against one of these guys. So 8, 9, 4. Okay, so we can have him face him. Yeah, let's have him face him. And the winner of this fight can go on to face Correia at some point. And normally I like to book 5 main show and 3 prelims. So let's try and get, let's see here. Let's do a women's strawweight. Oh wait, no, I can't do a title fight for that because of that. Let's do let's do a flyweight title fight here. And let's see here. Okay, the number 2 guy's not available. Number 4 ranked flyweight, but he's coming off a defeat. Coming off a victory. Is there anyone on a winning streak? Him? Okay, fine. I forgot to add the flyweight title. Okay, so that will be the co-main event. That's 4. Let's try and get one more here. The bantamweight, not the title, but a bantamweight fight with Dominic Cruz and number 5 broken their winning. They both have broken their winning streaks in their last fights. He lost to T.J. Dillashaw. He beat T.J. Dillashaw in the past. Yeah, let's do it. Fine. Okay, Dominic. We do that fight. Now we need prelims. For prelims, I like to just do unranked fighters, usually. Sometimes against someone in the top 25. So let's do since we got 2 heavyweight fights, let's keep trying to get a heavyweight fight in the main event of the prelims. – 8-0, but Andrei Arlovski would be very favored. So let's try and get a number 18 ranked. Yeah, let's do him. Let's have them fight. He's undefeated. He isn't. Let's see what happens there. Main event of the prelims. Now let's try and get a light heavyweight prelim fight here. Let's try and find the number 21 ranked. That's fine. And let's see here. Is there anyone undefeated here? 7-0. Yeah, let's do that fight. Let's do that fight. That's a good fight. And let's try welterweight. The 16th ranked Colby Covington can face. Is there anyone undefeated? Anyone undefeated? He's not going to face CM Punk. He is not going to face CM Punk. 9-0. Yeah, let's do that. From American Top Team, 2 American Top Team guys fighting each other. It would be a strong main event? Really? Well, it's on the prelim, so I guess if it's going to be a strong main event, it'll be on the main event of the prelims. And you can see the basic principles of booking a show in this game. So obviously, I like to do a UFC on Fox before the UFC numbered pay-per-view. This should be 13. This should be 13. I forgot to put it back to 13 when I had to rebook it. So yeah, usually I do the UFC on Fox the Friday and then the UFC pay-per-view on Saturdays. So in this episode, we'll go through the UFC on Fox, and I don't know if I'll go through 212. 212 will probably be the next episode. All right, watch all. It's an all women's. It is an all women's card. So we will watch all. Actually, no, I don't care about the prelims. We'll just watch the main show here. So the first fight is well, this isn't the first fight of the night. I think this is the co-main event. But Ronda Rousey returns to face Beth Pitbull Correia. We have Valentina Shevchenko versus Holm. We have Paige VanZant getting a rematch with Michelle Waterson. And we got Cyborg and Sarah McMann. And those are the prelim fights. So we shall start with Cyborg and Sarah McMann. Cyborg is the odds-on favorite to win this fight. McCarthy's reffing. Those are the judges. Okay. So quick step in for McMann means she closes the distance and clinches with Cyborg before any significant counter strikes landing. McMann is trying to muscle Cyborg against the cage. McMann does it. Cyborg is stuck with her back to the cage, showing her ability to control opponents. McMann simply smothers Cyborg against the cage. The next minute or so sees them hitting each other with short punches from that position. McMann looks to try to maintain control via her wrestling skills, but Cyborg proves too good and manages to turn them around so that she is in the dominant position. Cyborg steps back, apparently not wanting to grapple, and she confidently comes closer. A defensive jab hits from McMann. Cyborg lands a jab, and then McMann with a body kick. We move to the second half of the round. McMann moves in and clinches, but had to withstand several punches to get there. McMann is looking to muscle Cyborg back against the cage again. McMann achieves it, pinning Cyborg to the cage again. McMann tries to smother Cyborg against the cage with wrestling, but she reverses it and pushes McMann against the cage instead. Cyborg steps back, once again not wanting to grapple. Then McMann lands a left hand. Cyborg can't hit a setup left jab, but then catches McMann with a crushing right hook. Cyborg closes on McMann, looking to unleash him strikes. Cyborg lands a jab and then a body kick. We have a 1 minute remaining in the round. Cyborg steps in and looks to unleash. Cyborg hits a left jab and then lands a vicious right cross. McMann is knocked down. Cyborg knows that this is a golden opportunity and quickly pounces on McMann, looking to finish her off by raining down punches. And Cyborg pounds away McMann and is in serious trouble. Big strike. Cyborg hits side control to hit a knee just above the hip. Inside control. Cyborg begins to work it. McMann can't stop it and gets mounted. But the end of the round. She was saved by that end of the round, man. Cyborg. That's easily Cyborg's fucking round. 10-8 round. Damn right, it's a 10-8 round. Fuck. If she hadn't gotten that last big offensive showing, I think it was her round due to the whole cage stuff. But man, those strikes. Second round, Cyborg connects with a nice jab and then hits McMann with a powerful right to the side of the ribs. McMann steps in and grapples with her opponent, but had to take several strikes in the way to do it. McMann has worked into the underhooks and looks to take the Cyborg down. She gets the... She pulled Cyborg to the ground. McMann smothers Cyborg with her body by pushing forward and down. McMann looks to get past the guard. She passes guard, but Cyborg was ready and immediately starts to scramble. McMann ends up having to pull guard, losing out in the scramble. Cyborg throws a quick elbow, but it doesn't connect. McMann tries to move in from half guard to full guard, but Cyborg doesn't allow it. Cyborg unloads with some right hands, but McMann deals with them comfortably. McMann tries to move forward from half guard to full guard, but Cyborg doesn't allow it. Cyborg pounds away with punches, but can't quite land anything with any power. McMann tries to move from half guard to full guard, but Cyborg doesn't allow it. Cyborg fires off a handful of punches, easily being blocked with gloves. Cyborg starts trying to work to get out of the half guard and into a better position. She passes straight to the mount. Cyborg tries to lock McMann in an armbar. The armbar is locked in. McMann survives because of the end of the round. Whew. Good round. That's the sort of action we like to see. So, Cyborg getting that round I don't know. The submission attempt at the end may have really made the difference there. So, according to our announcers, Sarah McMann needs a finish, and I have to agree. A fast approach allows McMann to pull Cyborg into clinch without taking any significant strikes. She tries to wrestle Cyborg backwards and up against the cage, and she does. McMann shows her grappling ability by trapping Cyborg up against the cage. The next minute or so sees them engage in close quarters, dirty boxing, smothered against the cage. Cyborg cannot get free. They remain in that position, dirty boxing each other for a... I don't see how that doesn't give Cyborg the advantage, the whole striking game there. Cyborg is pressed up against the cage and simply can't break the control McMann has over her. They remain there for at least a minute, hitting each other with a few short punches to the body and side of the head. With the fight having been stuck against the cage for a lengthy period of time, the referee restarts them back in the center. That was not a good thing for McMann there. She needed that against the cage. Anyway, Cyborg connects with two left hands and scores with a big right head kick. McMann steps in and grapples with her opponent, but had to take several strikes. We have one more minute. McMann tries to muscle Cyborg against the cage. She achieves it. Cyborg ends up McMann against the cage. She gets out. McMann may have been aiming to get in close, but Cyborg aggressively took the initiative. A jab hit home from Cyborg, and McMann with a beauty of a straight right. Well, now she's bleeding. So let's see the official scorecards. 30-27. All 30-27. So either they gave a round to McMann, and I would guess it was the last round, or they didn't score it the 10-8. It just scored at 10-9 the first round. Anyway, Cyborg wins by unanimous decision. I don't think there's any surprise there. Decent fight. According. Next fight, Michelle Waterson versus Paige 12-gauge VanZant. Alright, they touch gloves. VanZant comes forward and strikes. Waterson throws a counter jab but misses. VanZant hits two left jabs and then catches Waterson with a right roundhouse kick to the body. They come together to clinch. VanZant is the aggressor. She is looking to muscle Waterson back against the cage. She does so and now has Waterson pinned to the cage. VanZant looks for a trip takedown and gets it. The takedown allows VanZant to take the back of Waterson. Waterson prevents VanZant from getting her hooks in. Waterson attempts to turn and get VanZant off her back. VanZant gets turned onto her back and cannot stop Waterson spinning into guard. Waterson throws some minor strikes. Waterson gets pulled in tight and takes a vicious pair of rapid-fire elbow strikes to the top of the head. That strike opened up a noticeable gash above the hairline of Waterson. Waterson hits a short, sharp shoulder smash to the face of VanZant. VanZant pulls Waterson close and scores with a couple of short punches to the side of the head. We move into the second half of the round with a quick movement. Waterson throws the shoulder smash into the face and upper chest of VanZant. Waterson hits a short, sharp shoulder smash to the face of VanZant again. Paige drags Michelle into close control, then hits her with a couple short punches. VanZant doesn't allow Waterson to smother against the ground. VanZant pulls Waterson in close and hits a series of short, sharp punches to the side of the head. Waterson keeps tight to VanZant, peppering her with short strikes. VanZant tries to lock in onto an arm from the bottom of the guard, and she gets it. VanZant gets an armbar and straightens it out. Waterson has to tap out. So your winner by submission, Paige VanZant. Good fight. Three more fights to go. Here we go. As we have Valentina, the Bullet Shevchenko, in a fight against Holly Holm. The winner will face the women's bantamweight champion, whoever it is. Our referee, that guy. Hold on a second. Bill Alton. If you could take that guy's first name and that guy's first name, you got a guy that would enjoy this fight probably. We are underway. Shevchenko has to barrel through a number of punches to get there, but eventually gets close enough to clinch. She looks to muscle Holmes against the cage. We've seen this before tonight. She pins her against the cage. Shevchenko keeps Holm up against the cage with wrestling and uses a hard foot stomp. Holm is pressed up against the cage and held there, unable to get free. Holm is smothered against the cage. The next minute or so sees them engaging close quarters dirty boxing. The referee decides there is a lack of progress being made and separates them. Holm lands 2 right hands and then hits a scything kick to the legs of Shevchenko. Holmes moves into Shevchenko preparing to throw. Shevchenko had looked like she was angling to grapple but couldn't take the initiative. A combo that ends with a roundhouse body kick fails to land for Holm. Shevchenko aggressively moves in and grapples with Holm, but took several quick punches for trouble. Using her wrestling skills, Shevchenko is trying to push Holmes back against the cage. She does it. Smothers against the cage, showing how good she is. She can be at controlling opponents. Shevchenko keeps her there. The rest of the round sees them remain there, hitting each other with short punches to the body and head. I really have no idea who won that fucking round. I guess just due to the cage control, I guess Shevchenko. There's the bell to start round number 2. Holmes comes in. Holly Holm. Why do I keep calling her Holmes? Her name is Holly Holm. Comes in looking to strike. Shevchenko lands a right hand. Holm uses a right jab, but the following kick to the body misses. Holm confidently comes closer. Holm lands a right hand and then lands a big left hand. Shevchenko aggressively moves in and grapples with Holm and took several quick punches for trouble. Shevchenko trying to force Holm into a Muay Thai clinch. She has it hooked. Holm needs to find a way out quickly. Using the clinch, Shevchenko uses an elbow to the face but couldn't generate a lot of power behind it. Shevchenko tries a knee strike but doesn't connect, but Holm isn't able to get free of the clinch either. From the clinch, Shevchenko hits Holm with a knee to the ribs, but it lacked power. Shevchenko tries a knee strike but it doesn't connect again. From the clinch, Holm takes a knee to the chest, but there wasn't much power behind it. Holm finally breaks free of the Muay Thai clinch. We go in the halfway point of the round. Shevchenko, looking very tentative, pokes out a pair of quick jabs. Neither of them had any power on them. So basically what I'm getting from this fight is she's hitting her a good bit, but none of it has power at this point. Holm lands a jab and then scores with a high-impact left roundhouse kick to the ribs. Shevchenko hits a jab, but it had no power behind it at all. Holm uses a right jab, but Shevchenko avoids a big left. Holm moves in on Shevchenko, preparing to throw. A pair of tentative jabs from Shevchenko land, but had zero effect. Holm throws a 2-punch combo, but Shevchenko avoids both. Holm moves in closer, ready to attack. It looked like we were about to see Shevchenko try to get some grappling and started, but Holm was able to stop it. Holm hits a right hand, but Shevchenko evades a big left punch. Holm hits a right jab, but finds nothing but air with a big left. The end round is coming quickly. There's under a minute left. Holm steps in, looks to unleash. Holm throws a quick punch, but doesn't land. Holm hits a right jab, then scores with a high-impact left roundhouse kick to the ribs again. Shevchenko clinches with Holm, but had to eat several strikes on the way in. Shevchenko looks to muscle Holm against the cage, and she does. Good effort. That was a very exciting round to watch. 10-9 to Holm. Okay, so whoever wins this round could win the fight. I mean, they will win the fight based on the... I guess it's Joe Rogan. Anyway, here we go. One last round. Shevchenko steps in and grapples with her opponent, but it has to take several strikes to get there. Using her wrestling skills, Shevchenko puts Holm against the cage. Shevchenko uses a vicious foot stomp. Shevchenko smothers Holm against the cage. So far, this is what Shevchenko needed. They engage in a grueling close-up battle of short strikes for roughly a minute, smothering against the cage. Holm can't get free. They spend the next minute in position, hitting each other with short punches to the body and side of the head. The lengthy period of stalemate results in the referee separating them. Holm steps in, looks to unleash. A tentative jab from Shevchenko lands. Holm with a nice jab, then catches Shevchenko with a stunning left hook. Knockout. Shevchenko is out. Hey, it ended with a knockout. I was expecting a decision there. All right, here we go. Co-main event: Ronda Rousey against Beth Pitbull Correia. I know I'm saying that last name wrong, but you know what? I did my best. McCarthy is the ref. Here we go. They fight. They exchange a few strikes, but nothing significant lands. There's a takedown attempt from Rousey. She gets it. Attempts to pass guard and gain a better position. She fights the attempt off, and they wind up scrambling for position. Rousey ends up in half guard. Rousey attempts to pass half guard to gain position. She doesn't let Rousey get her leg free, so half guard remains in place. Correia attempts to sweep Rousey. She sweeps her over. They both end up scrabbling back there to the feet. Rousey tries to get a takedown, but Correia defends it. Rousey can't get her down, and so she settles for pushing her against the cage. They pass the halfway mark of the round. Rousey tries for a takedown, doesn't get it. Correia can't get free. Rousey tries to take her down again. She gets it again. Looking to catch her breath, Rousey is content to just throw a couple of punches to the body. Rousey looks to get her in an arm triangle. Correia blocks it, takes the opportunity well, and manages to pull guard. Rousey clings very tight to Correia while using short strikes. Clearly trying to minimize the threat of a submission attempt. Correia pulls Rousey close and scores with a couple of short punches to the side of the head. Rousey throws a few weak-looking punches as she decides to move on her next move. Correia tries to sweep Rousey but doesn't get anywhere. 10-9 in favor of Rousey. We're back underway. Correia connects with a nice jab. Correia lands 2 left hands and then scores with a leg kick. Rousey may have been setting up to shoot, but Correia aggressively took the initiative. A jab hit home for Correia and then scores with a right cross. Left jab, then hit Ronda Rousey with a high right. This is not looking good for Ronda right now. Rousey looks very tentative, pokes out a quick jab that hits. Correia lands a jab, then catches another head kick. Rousey looks to shoot, goes for a takedown, doesn't get it. Looked like she was going to step in and grapple, but Correia simply took the initiative first and lands a jab, then a right roundhouse kick to the ribs. This is not looking good for Ronda Rousey right now. We are not at the halfway point of the round. Correia moves in closer, looking to open up an attack. It looked like we were going to see a shot from Rousey, but Correia was more aggressive and took the initiative and hit a left hand, but Rousey dodges the roundhouse kick. 2 jabs hit home from Correia, then hits Rousey with a body kick. Rousey may have been setting up to shoot, but Correia aggressively took the initiative and connects with a jab, then straight right. Rousey looks to try and take her down and gets it. She needed that. She tries to pass the guard. She passes guard but loses her control momentarily, and scramble begins. The scramble leaves Correia under the north-south control of Rousey. Submission attempt, pulling free. Correia scrambles. Rousey ends up in guard. Rousey attempts to pass guard and gain a better position. The pass results in a scramble for position as Correia tries to get back up. And the end of the round. Yeah, I'd say Correia took that fucking round. She fucked up Ronda. She fucked her up. Last round. There's the bell for the start of the round. Rousey looked like she was angling for a takedown attempt. Didn't get it. Can't connect with a jab, and then lands a right hand to the body. Correia hits a left jab and then hits Rousey with a straight right. Correia lands a jab, then hits Rousey with a body kick. She confidently moves closer, moving forward to throw some strikes. Lands a jab, then lands a low kick to the legs. Rousey looks for a takedown, doesn't get it. She needs to do something. She's already out striking her this round, and able to compete Okay, she gets her against the cage at least. Correia lands a few quick punches to the side of the head. She tries to take her down. She does take her down. Submission attempt. Doesn't get it. Correia is still under side control, though, and so the threat of more submission attempts remains. Correia takes the opportunity to manage the pull half guard. Rousey pounds away with the right hands but doesn't do much damage. She blocks Correia as she tries to get enough separation to scramble up. Rousey tries to pound on Correia, but none of the blows land with any degree of power. Rousey blocks an attempt to sweep. Rousey begins trying to get her leg free of the half guard. She does accidentally getting into side control. In side control, Rousey catches her breath, content to throw a couple body punches. Correia tries to transition to a guard, but can't manage it. We reach the end of the round. I didn't even realize the round. I think Rousey won that one. I think Rousey may win this. 29-28 Correia, 29-28 Rousey, and in favor of the winner by split decision, Ronda Rousey. You know what? That was so close. There might be a rematch potential there. Correia takes the microphone and announces that she... Oh, no, never mind. There won't be a rematch because she retired. That sucks. I think there would have been a decent amount of money for that rematch given how close this one was. Great fight. Yep. And I'm going to take a drink of water real fast because that, yeah. Wow. Talking fast, man. All right. Here we go. I'm just going to call her Jermaine, not by that last name because I don't know it. So, here we go. Amanda Nunes. The Iron Lady, Jermaine de Randamie. Maybe Randamie is right.
And his name is John C.
Well, that's my ringtone. Hold on 1 second. I gotta text someone. Which is kind of unprofessional for this, but guess what? Alright, here we go. They touch gloves. De Randamie confidently comes in closer. De Randamie lands a jab and then scores with a right cross that landed. They stand and trade in the center of the ring, but neither fighter can land a good shot. Good. Both fighters move in and engage. Nunes scores with a brace of jabs and also lands a low kick. De Randamie misses with a left jab and also misses with a roundhouse kick to the body. Nunes shoots in looking for a takedown. She doesn't get it. De Randamie not going down. Nunes settles for pushing her up against the cage. She looks for another takedown, doesn't get it. Looks for another takedown, doesn't get it. Looks for another takedown, doesn't get it. Okay, finally. Okay, so De Randamie still can't get free. Another takedown, didn't get it. How many takedowns is Nunes going to go for here? Damn it. Another takedown, doesn't get it. Okay. Nunes is against the cage now and takes a few shots here. Tries to dirty box Nunes, but finds herself out-wrestled and turns... Okay. She's against the cage now, and now Nunes looks for a takedown, doesn't get it. Now Nunes is against the cage and doesn't get a takedown. Wait, hold on. Man, that round, there was no clear winner of that round. That was a fucking toss-up. Two fighters come forward and engage. De Randamie uses a left jab and also scores with a quick kick to the leg. Nunes hits a left jab and also hits a right hand. A tentative jab from Nunes lands. De Randamie... Randamie? I know I'm saying that name wrong. I know it. I know I'm saying it wrong. I'll just go back to calling her Jermaine again. They exchange a few strikes. An exchange of strikes sees both fighters fail to land anything significant. Two fighters engage. Two jabs and also hits a left kick to the body. Okay, she uses a left jab and also scores with a quick kick to the lead leg. Two fighters engage again. She doesn't connect with a left jab, but lands a left kick to the rib cage. Nunes hits a left jab, but fails to land a body kick. We go to the halfway point of the round. The fighters go toe-to-toe with strikes, but neither lands anything significant in the exchange. Both fighters come together and strike again. Nunes is off target with a left jab, but lands a left kick to the rib cage. She misses a couple of jabs and also misses a right hook. They come together and strike again. This is a more exciting round, I guess. Nunes scores with a jab and also hits a kick to the leg. Her uses a left jab and also connects with a right hand. Two fighters engage again. Yeah, this is an exciting round. They're actually just standing and fighting each other. She hits a couple jabs and hits a spin kick. Nunes hits a jab and also gets a glancing blow to with a high kick. The end of the round is coming quick. There's under a minute left. They strike again. She hits a jab but doesn't connect with the right hand. She misses the left jab and also is wide of the mark on a head kick attempt. They fight again. She hits a jab and also hits a spin kick. Nunes scores with a jab but doesn't connect with the low kick. They come together and strike. Nunes hits a left jab and also launches a right head kick. That did damage. She lands a jab and doesn't find the mark on the right hook. She looked like she was going to step in and grapple, but Nunes took the initiative first and lands a left jab, but misses with a vicious right hand. So I think, due to the whole grappling thing, I think she got the better of that exchange there. Yeah. That was an exciting round. So basically now we have 3 rounds left, and according to the announcers, it's tied. Exchange of... Oh, they're just going to strike again, aren't they? If they keep striking like this, someone's getting the fuck knocked out. She was going to grab... Okay, she's looking to grapple, but she's just fighting. Nunes lands the left and then hits a body kick. She hits a jab, but there's no... Oh, there's no power behind it all. She throws 2 quick punches, but doesn't hit either. Nunes steps in and steps forward and strikes. She hits a jab in the exchange. A jab hit home from Nunes, then hits a nice straight right that lands hard. Nunes appeared to be going for a takedown, but she took the initiative first. So now she's going for the takedown. That first round, she just kept fucking going for takedown and takedown and takedown. Never got him. I want to look at the fight metrics and see how many takedowns she went for in that fucking round. A 1-2 from her fails to land. She clinches with Nunes, but had to eat several strikes to get there. Takedown attempt from her. Doesn't get it. Nunes tries to lock her legs around the waist of Randamie, wanting to pull her down to the floor. The attempt is successful. Randamie is... I keep saying that. I know it's wrong. Anyway, well, now she's in her guard. Nunes goes for the sweep of from the bottom of the guard. Nunes sweeps Randamie brilliantly, getting mount. Submission attempt from Nunes, and she gets it. The armbar is locked in tight, and she had to tap out. So 2 submission. Still champion, making her second defense of the UFC Women's Bantamweight title. Fantastic fight. It's rated as a fantastic fight. All right. Actually, no. I want to see the fight metrics here. Round 1. How many takedowns? 8. She didn't officially attempt any in the second or third rounds. In the third round, she pulled guard. All right, here we go. So, attendance 3,000. Only 3,000 in Nevada. What? Critical rating 79%. Commercial rating 83%. Increased popularity everywhere. Fight of the night and submission of the night goes to Amanda Nunes, although I guess I could change that. I could give it to Paige VanZant, but I'm not going to. Amanda Nunes did. Yeah. Holly Holm got knockout of the night. I think she's the only one that got a knockout. Unless there was a knockout in the prelims, which there wasn't. All right, so total made $1 million here off the show. Fighters, ads and subs, no pay-per-view revenue. Skip. Anyways, guys, this episode has lasted long, as they probably will at this point. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you guys next time.